Okay, so these are the top 6 worst Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Legends ZA competitively. From what I've seen based on these stats here, I'm gonna disregard the new abilities that this metagame gave them because these are not the confirmed abilities yet for these Pokemon. Like, we don't know for they're just gonna have Dragon's Maw. The only one that's basically confirmed is Starmie having 100 base attack and huge power, or peak power. They both do the same thing. This is solely based on their stats, their move pools, how good they are compared to their base forms, and yeah, let's go right into number 6. Okay, now number 6, I'm gonna have to put Megaelectross in here. Like I said, I'm disregarding the abilities. In this metagame, he has a new ability called Ion Battery. I don't know what it does, apparently, because it gave me a description before, but he's just, he hasn't seen much good use here. He also has the kind of, quote, slow, I'd say slow, but 80 is not as bad as it seems. He's kind of a slow mixed attacker, even though he's 90% of the time you're going to be hard focusing on your physical attack. He also has the physical electric type syndrome, which basically there aren't many good physical electric type moves. Electric types really only have good special moves. Your strongest physical move is Supercell Slam, which is not 100% accurate, and you get punished for missing even harder than you would before. The second strongest is Thunder Punch, which is 75 base power, so it's either that or you can just deal with it. He also has some decent coverage. You can see stuff like Aqua Tail, Acrobatics, Brick Break, Close Combat, Crunch, Dragon Claw. He has some decent stuff in here. The best stuff is Dragon Punch for recovery, and I like to use Knockoff a lot, just because it's a knockoff. Like, there's no other explanation needed. He runs Coil. Coil is much better than Bulk Up because it gives you an accuracy boost, which helps with Supercell Slam a lot. And in case for whatever reason you get your evasion lowered, but like that's never gonna happen. Looking at this guy's stats, he has 85 health, 80 defense, 90 special defense. He's not that bulky until you get a few coils up. But even then, you get more vulnerable on the special side. But then again, you need to actually set up coil. Your 80 speed tier is still middling, so even after you set up, you could still get picked off really hard. It's really not helped by the fact that it lost Levitate in this in favor of a different ability, because now it gets it used to, when it had a Levitate, it used to be able to hard wall Mega Excadrill, which is really good right now. So yeah, that's it for number 6. Moving to number 5. Okay, number 5, as much as I hate to say it, it's gotta be Scolipede. Now, Scolipede is my favorite Mega Evolution in terms of design. In terms of PvP, he's not that good. Now, first of all, when he Mega Evolves, he loses speed boost in exchange for Tinted Lens, which means which kind of helps because now you have a massive attack stat. But I like trying to protect so I can get protected Sword Stand, so I'm in base Scolipede to help me set up for when I Mega Evolve. And then Scolipede got 2 new moves in Legends CA, that's U-Turn and Gunk Shot, or the two most notable new moves. I don't know what else it got, but These are the only two I know of. U-turn and gunk shot. U-turn helps it pivot, obviously, and then gunk shot helps it do a ton of poison damage. But the thing about Scolipede's stats though, he loses a ton of speed. Base Scolipede has a 112 base speed. This Scolipede, as you can see, has 62. So he loses almost half his speed. He loses, what is this? This is 50 speed in exchange for a ton of attack and a ton of defense. I guess it does help making him more bulky. He could run body press if he has it. Does he have body press? He doesn't even have body press. No, he doesn't even have body press. Wonderful. So he has a massive defense stat. Doesn't even get to turn it to damage. I guess you could use Sword Stance, but the thing I don't like about this, I don't like these Mega Evolutions that have to delay their Megas. Like the ones that you can't just switch in and Mega Evolve right off the bat. Like I personally prefer the ones that you can just switch in and Mega Evolve. This one though is like another level. You need to get a ton of speed boost to actually be able to catch up with at least the Pokemon with like over 100 base speed. You probably need like at least 2 or 3 speed boosts before you actually Mega Evolve and you could start sweeping. But yeah, at least you do a ton of damage. Yeah, it's really just the speed that makes this thing not as good. The attack is decent. Yeah, it's 140 is 140 is good. Compared to a lot of these other things though, it's really, yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. It's just the speed stat and the fact that you have to delay the Mega by a lot so you can get your speed boost up. Like it's not nearly another Mega that likes to delay its Mega is Sharpedo. Sharpedo likes to get a speed boost before it Mega Evolves, so that it becomes like the fastest thing in the game before Choice Scarf. But this is like absurd. Like the Sharpedo just gets 1 speed boost and Mega Evolves. This guy needs multiple speed boosts. Anyways, yeah, that's it for number 5, Scolipede. Back on to number 4. Okay, number 4 is going to be Emboar. Now, in this man he gets Supreme Overlord, which if this actually happens, it might be really good. Because it also does have Sucker Punch. But other than that, this guy does not do much. He has 148 attack, which is pretty high compared to like these other things on this list. And he's the highest, he has not the highest HP out of all these Megas, but he has a pretty decently high HP for a lot of these Mega Evolutions. The thing that makes him not very good is his 75 base defense and his 75 base speed. He can't do much. He has a middling speed tier. He does have bulk up, but then that obviously requires setup. And looking at this guy's stats before Mega Evolving, he kind of got done a little bit dirty by his stat spread. He only gained 10 defense and speed. He gained 10 special attack, and then the rest is distributed through attack and special defense. Like he starts off with 123 attack and 65 special defense. It's a nice buff to Emboar because Emboar was not good at all to begin with, but it's just compared to a lot of these other things, it's not as good. It's not very helpful that it gets picked off by Excadrill, and Starmie. Those two, it does not like at all. In this meta, it could just switch into Starmie and threaten Sucker Punch. But I don't know how that's gonna go once the actual abilities get revealed. So that's why, for now, Mega Emboar is probably the 4th worst Mega Evolution in ZA competitively. Time for number 3. Number 3, and in my opinion, the one that's the most deserved to be on this tier list, because I absolutely hate this Mega Evolution, is Victreebel. Now, Victreebel has been clowned on because it got the Hoenn stat spread. It got the slow mixed attacker speed syndrome. It's not even bulky either. It's 80, 85, and 95 bulk. Does not help it. It has 125 attack, 135 special attack, a higher special attack stat than Mega Venusaur, but not even that is helping it, because Mega Venusaur is still better, because you know what Venusaur has that Victreebel doesn't? Bulk. Venusaur has significantly more bulk than that thing, than this thing. That's all I know. I know it is like around 100 in its defenses. Its move pool is kind of solid. It has like stuff like Energy Ball, Sludge Bomb for stab, Toxic Synthesis for healing. It can run knockoff. If you want to run a physical set, you have Leash Life. Morning Sun also helps for healing. Poison Jab for more poison stab. You have all this. You could run Sword Stance for setup. You have some debilitating moves like Strength Sap and Stun Spore. Toxic Spikes for hazards. But your stats spread, it's the main reason this thing is not good. It gained 0 speed upon Mega Evolving, which was unfortunate. This thing honestly would have been better if it had lost a bit of speed in exchange for some more bulk. But because that would kind of cancel out the fact that it's like a slow damage dealer. But unfortunately, this thing got the 3rd worst treatment out of all the Mega Evolutions. On to number 2. Number 2 is easily Pyroar. Now in this metagame, he's actually pretty decent because of his nice speed tier, and it also has an ability that gives it Sun, and it gives it more special attack. So it's actually not that bad in here. Disregarding its ability, it got the placeholder stat spreads, which is basically it's 100 points that it uses for Mega Evolution is distributed literally evenly. It gained 20 attack, 20 defense, 20 special attack, 20 special defense, and 20 speed. He did really dirty. It's like, yeah, that's kind of it. He's fast and he does damage, but like the 20 in his attack that he doesn't even use, it's like not even what was I gonna say? It's like half of its special attack in terms of like the numbers on the right side. It's like half of its special attack, but like that could have been distributed evenly. Could have given it some more speed or even more damage. Probably could have given it more bulk so it's more even and make it like actually good. In terms of your move pool, you have a pretty solid move pool. You have Fire Blast and Hyper Voice, those are strong stab moves. You could be used as a support, a little bit of a support too, because you have Roar to stop setup. You have Taunt. You have Toxic for and Yawn for status moves, and Will-O-Wisp too. But yeah, other than that, you don't do much. You're basically supposed to do damage. The only bad thing though is you do get outsped by a lot of these meta damage dealers. Like you can't outspeed Beedrill, and I'm pretty sure you get 1 or 2 tapped by that thing. You don't outspeed Delphox. That's the biggest thing, because that just means you have no reason to not use Delphox over Pyroar. Other than like, what if you want Weather, but then just like use a Torkoal. That's kind of it. Or you could even just blow it on a Mega Charizard Y instead of this, but you have no reason to not run Delphox as your Mega Fire type. Who else would you not outspeed? I'm trying to look for, yeah, Greninja obviously, just like the fastest thing here. Greninja probably one-taps you with a Water Shuriken or something. And Lopunny also one-taps you. But yeah, this thing could have gotten more speed. If it had gotten more speed, if it had just gotten more speed instead of its 20 in its attack, I feel like this thing could have been good. But yeah, time for number 1. Okay, before we actually go into number 1, we're gonna go over some honorable mentions. Things that are still not that good, but didn't quite make it onto this tier list. Number 1 on the honorable mentions, we have Clefable. You basically have no reason to use this thing over just a normal Clefable. This thing was made to be a damage dealer, but like it became a fairy flying type, which means now you have more unnecessary weaknesses, but Clefable still has this support build. So, and I don't even think you really have a good flying stab option anyways. Like, if I look up flying here, you can run Air Slash and that's it. This thing, this metagame gave it Serene Grace and Air Slash. It does obviously have Air Slash, but if it does get Serene Grace, it could be good, except for the fact that you have 70 speed and you're slow as hell. So you can't flinch if you're slow. Yeah, that's kind of it. But yeah, this thing is didn't really get good treatment. I don't like that they turned the support into the support and tank into a damage dealer, because like I said before, this thing still has kind of a support moveset. It does still have some pretty high damage moves that it could use, but you don't have any reason to use this over a normal Clefable. Number 2 on the honorable mentions is going to be Floette. Of course, yes, this thing has 155 special attack and 148 special defense and 102 speed. It has pretty good stats, if you ask me. Except your move pool. This thing is a Floette, first of all. So your move pool is very lacking. Even with your signature move, Light of Ruin, you have 0 ways to hit steel types. Not being able to hit steel types as a fairy type kind of makes this thing much less viable. Like, you can't hit stuff like Corviknight can hard switch into this thing because it resists your the only type moves you get fairy moves, you get grass moves, you get psychic moves. You also get facade, but like nobody's running facade with your base 85 attack. So yeah, stuff like Corviknight, stuff like Skarmory, especially when Skarmory has its new Mega Evolution, it does a ton of damage. You do not want Skarmory switching into this thing and just hard-walling you. And number 3 on honorable mentions is gonna be Feraligatr. Now, Feraligatr gains 0 speed. That's kind of it. It could pop off. It has Dragon Dance. If you could get it to set up, then it could pop off. But your move pool also, your move pool's also kind of lacking too. You have water coverage, you have ice coverage, you have fighting coverage. You're kind of limited though to you're kind of limited to Dragon Dance in 3 moves. You're typically going to be running Dragon Dance, a water move, a dragon move, and then your last move kind of has to be an ice move so you can hit grass types. You also have nothing to super effectively hit fairies, I believe. You have Iron Tail, but like it's Iron Tail. Who's running Iron Tail? Seriously, it's 75% accurate. It should be called Iron Miss. But yeah, mostly these 2 guys mostly just have move pool problems. If you just add a few moves to these things, they could be good, except for Clefable, but mostly just Feraligatr and Floette. Feraligatr is more so limited because it's set, it's slow, and likes to use Dragon Dance. Or you could just go all out on the attacks, even. You could run like, I don't know, just 4 attacks. Floette is hindered by its moveset a lot. But anyways, on to number 1 on the single worst Mega Evolution in Pokemon Legends ZA. The number 1 worst Mega in Pokemon Legends ZA, we all saw it coming. It's Mega Malamar. Mega Malamar's stats are abysmal. That's kind of the only reason why it can't pop off, because it has bad stats, it can't do a lot of damage, and it's defensive typing, that's why. So 1 U-turn from like almost anything is one-shotting this thing. So yeah, that's kind of it. In this metagame, it has Contrary, but your stat boosts are also doubled. So it's Contrary and Simple in the same ability. Sounds busted, except for the fact that it's Malamar, and they decided to give it only 10 extra attack, 30 extra special attack for no reason, and makes special defense its highest stat. Instead of giving it more speed and more attack, they decided to do all this, and it's just bad. It's mainly its stat spread. It doesn't, like, it has Rock Slide to hit bugs, and even if it sets up enough, it could probably just get to the point where it one-taps a bug. But it's just the stats. If it had better stats, then it could do better, but they decided to unnecessarily give it 120 special defense instead of pouring its stats into attack and speed. Or they could have just gone all in on the tank aspect and be like the opposite of Malamar, of normal Malamar, who likes to sweep with superpower. But yeah, those were the top 6 worst Mega Evolutions in Pokemon ZA, competitively, not in terms of the ranked thing. probably should have mentioned that at the start, but not the ranked in ZA, like actual competitive, how I predict they'll be in competitive. Now, abilities are not out yet. The abilities that these things are gonna get are not out yet. These are just the random abilities that the people who made this metagame in Showdown gave them. So yeah. So maybe these could change if they get like really good abilities. Like if Emboar keeps Primo Overlord, I think it could be good. But a lot of these, and if Malamar keeps Contrarian, Malamar is kind of beyond saving. Like, be real, this thing is not gonna be popping off. But like, if a lot of these things just get better abilities, they might be able to be really good and competitive in the future. But for now, these are what I predict are the top 6 worst Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Legends ZA. That's all I have to say. Bye.